we accidentally may have locked ourselves out of our room. Good morning. We're gonna go watch the sunrise up at Ia Castle, so we'll bring you guys with us. Funny story, after we watched the sunrise up at Ia Castle, we accidentally may have locked ourselves out of our room. The hotel key card lets you in the front door, our balcony, as well as our room itself. We stopped by the room to grab some juice to have out on the balcony, and we stepped out of the hotel room and we're about to walk into the balcony and realized that we did not have a key after I had shut the hotel room door. That was at about 7 a.m. and unfortunately the office and breakfast don't open until 8 a.m. So Lucas and I kind of sat out at the balcony. There are definitely some worse places to get stuck outside of your hotel room. Let me just be honest there. But yeah, we just sat outside the balcony just talking for an hour, and then we just sent a message down to the front desk to help us back into our room, and then had breakfast shortly after. This morning we tried the scrambled eggs, and oh my goodness, are the scrambled eggs here just phenomenally better than what you would get at a continental breakfast in America, or at least based in my experience. I'm very much used to the continental buffet breakfast of scrambled eggs, and this was nothing like that. We also, of course, started the day with some fresh juice and cappuccinos, and then we ended our meal with some Nutella pancakes and, of course, Greek yogurt with honey. As for the rest of the day, we have nothing really planned. I think Lucas and I both agree that we just want to relax. We were going to book some kind of boat or island tour, but decided that we would rather just enjoy the view from our balcony and enjoy our jacuzzi for as long as we have it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and change into a swimsuit and just enjoy the jacuzzi for the rest of the morning. Probably around 1 or 2 or so, we'll try and find lunch somewhere. And then the only other plans that we have made today is that our concierge booked us a dinner reservation at the Aspaki Hotel. We are so excited. It is kind of a more luxurious fine dining experience, and because she had recommended to us and made the reservation, we have zero expectations on what the food's gonna be, what it's gonna be like, and so I'm really excited for almost like a surprise dinner tonight, just to kind of celebrate our last evening here in Santorini. It is so sad to think that this is going to be our last full day here on this beautiful island, but we are gonna try our best to make the most of it. Let's go get some sun. So we just got back from lunch, and unfortunately we got some bad news. Evie, who is our concierge receptionist, I mentioned earlier that she arranged a dinner reservation for us at the Aspaki Restaurant for dinner tonight, but unfortunately the chef wasn't feeling well, and so he will be unable to work this evening, which is such a bummer, but no problem because Evie is amazing and she booked us a dinner reservation over at Roka Restaurant. Regardless, we're gonna have an amazing dinner, and we'll have to save the Aspaki dinner experience for the next time we're in Santorini. Lucas and I were talking about this trip to Greece as being a once-in-a-lifetime experience, that like this is the only time we were ever gonna go, and that we wanted to make the most out of it because we're like never gonna go back again. I think that is not correct. Lucas and I have really fallen in love with this beautiful island, and there's just so much more to explore, and so we came to the conclusion that yes, this was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but we're not gonna let it be just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I have a very, very strong feeling that we're gonna be back. We have just fallen in love with not only this beautiful island and the views, but the people and the culture. I'm not gonna lie, the food. So I have a really good feeling that we're gonna come back. On that note, because dinner was canceled at the Aspaki Restaurant, we decided to get lunch there. I think I'm gonna start packing up because again, today is our last full day in IA, unfortunately. We'll be starting to head home back to Boston tomorrow evening, and so I'm gonna start cleaning up the hotel room and kind of putting our clothes away. And then of course, we can't miss it. We have one last sunset to watch here in IA, and so we'll definitely do that tonight. And again, we will conclude at the Roka Restaurant. So I will check in with you guys later. Good morning. We just watched our very last sunrise here in IA, which is so sad. Lucas and I both aren't ready to go home. Today is the very last day of our Greek honeymoon. We'll be heading to the airport around 4 p.m. is our airport transfer pickup, and our flight leaves at 6 p.m. this evening to London. The good news though is that we have had a fabulous time here in Santorini, and we are planning to make the most out of the last few hours that we have here. I wanted to quickly talk about the amazing dinner that we had last night at Roka Restaurant, which was actually the replacement dinner reservation, which is actually a really popular, authentic Greek restaurant here on the island. And oh my goodness, was the food absolutely incredible. Lucas ordered what I believe is called the rump of lamb, and I ordered a handmade Greek pasta dish. I really don't want to completely mispronounce the name of it, so I'll have it typed out here on the screen, but it was absolutely amazing. Part of me wishes that we actually tried that dish earlier in the trip, so that way I could have ordered it multiple times. So we're definitely going to be coming back to that restaurant once we come back to Santorini. As for this morning's plan, we have to be all checked out and packed up by 11 a.m. We'll have breakfast one last time down at the hotel breakfast area, and then we'll probably spend the rest of the morning packing up all of our stuff. I absolutely do not want to go home quite yet, but at least we do still have a few more hours left here to soak up the views before we head to the airport. Okay, I just finished packing. It literally took me a full hour to get everything back into the suitcases. We actually didn't pack too much, but we did purchase quite a few souvenirs to take home with us, gifts for family, as well as souvenirs and treasures for us to remember our trips. One of the staff members, technically I guess the bellhop slash maintenance guy, his name is Costa. He is extremely kind. He will be picking up our suitcases from the hotel room and storing them downstairs at the front desk for us, since our flight isn't until 4 p.m. So he just let us know that we can go ahead and get our bags ready by the door, and that he'll go ahead and take care of bringing it down to the front desk, storing it, and then at 4 p.m. we'll be meeting him with our luggage over at the post office, which is where we'll be getting picked up by our airport transfer. So not only does this hotel have an extremely luxurious experience and amazing views, you can definitely rely on the staff being extremely friendly and really taking care of you while you're staying in Santorini. Like I said, we are checking out at 11 and we aren't getting picked up until 4. So instead of wandering wandering around town. We will actually be staying at the Aspaki kind of poolside lounge area. I haven't decided if I'm gonna take a dip in the pool quite yet, but I am dressed to do so just in case I decide. But if not, we're really just planning on just relaxing by the pool, soaking up the last views. And with that said, let's go spend our last few hours here in Santorini.